going to be talking about the wonderful world of breast pumps. Yes. Yeah, so I'm going to be going over some of the breast pumps that I've tried out and letting you guys know what I think about them. So I'm going to start with the pump that is at the lowest price point first, and probably my least favorite just because it doesn't work for me. But not to say it won't work for you. It just, for me, it was not the one. So this right here is the Haakaa, H-A-A-K-A-A. So I heard about this one from her pediatrician, and she suggested that I get this one. This doesn't look like much because it's really not. It's a very simple design. What you have here is a little top that just comes on and off. No. So that's the top. And then you have this. It's just a silicone one-piece pump. It has a little suction cup at the bottom that's connected, so it makes it a little bit easier to stick on surfaces so you don't knock it over and spill it everywhere. But obviously the top also helps with that. So it's just a one-piece pump. This goes up to 4 ounces, but I do believe they also make the 5-ounce one. I just got the 4-ounce one because I got this pretty early on and I wasn't really sure about it. The 5-ounce one costs a little bit more, but I just wanted to see what this was about. So again, this is a silicone breast pump. What you do is you kind of just like fold it back like this. So it's like folded. And then you stick it on your boob, you unfold it, and it creates like a suction. This pump did not work very well for me, but I will say that if you overproduce milk or you leak a lot, this would probably be a decent pump for you. The next pump is a manual pump. This is by Evenflo, which is a pretty well-known brand, I think, as far as baby stuff goes. But this is a hand pump. You just put it on your boob and you start clicking away. It doesn't sound that loud when you're actually doing it. It's making a lot of noise because there's no suction for it right now, but once it's attached, it's a lot quieter. Now, as far as the best uses for this one, I would say this is best to use if you have to pump like in the middle of the night and you don't really feel like getting up. It's pretty quiet when you do pump with it, and it's just quick and easy to use. It doesn't require much setup if you've already just kind of assembled it. I know, you're tired. Okay. Hold on. Come here. Come here. Come here, Tato. Oh, my Tato. Could you not, though? Like, could you not? Could you just not? Thank you. I used this a lot during like the first 2 months that I was breastfeeding because I was producing a lot of milk, and in the middle of the night, like I would just wake up and my boobs would be leaking. So I found that this was super helpful because I could just grab it off the nightstand and start pumping to relieve some of that pain, because if you're, if you know the feeling, it's very uncomfortable. So I would use this to relieve some of the pain and get a lot of milk. But I would say this is really just for like short-term, kind of like one-off use. I wouldn't use this for like a long-term pumping session or like throughout the day multiple times, but personal opinion. But it's a decent handheld pump. The next handheld pump is by Medela, or Metalla if you pronounce it that way. I call it Medela. But this is similar to the Evenflo pump, but this is a little bit different. This is a little bit more advanced. So with this pump, you actually have 2 types of suction. The one thing I don't like about this is the handle doesn't seem to be attached very like sturdily. It's not attached very well. Like there was one time where I was in the kitchen and I accidentally just like tapped it and it fell off, and it fell right on my big toe and cut it. But other than that, this pump is awesome. It's a little bit more robust on the inside as far as the like inner pieces here. You can't really see what's going on. With the Evenflo, you can see right through it, you can see everything. But this one's kind of like, it's dark, it's hidden. Like there's a secret happening in here. So with this pump, you have 2 types of suction. You have the first type, which there's actually a little arrow, and it lets you know like that there's some little raindrops, drop tops, drip drops. I'll show you guys in a picture. Essentially, there's one suction type to stimulate letdown, and then the other is to actually pump once you begin letdown. So with this one, it's cool because the handle actually swivels, which is nice. That's probably why it's not so sturdy, but it does swivel. So if your hand is cramping, you can like move the handle a little bit, change your position. And with this one, because the suction is really good, it actually gets more milk out quicker. So I use this one every night before I go to bed, just to, you know, get all the milk out that I can before I wake up at 1 and pump. We're moving on to the electric pumps now. This is the Evenflo double electric pump. So I used this a lot when I first started breastfeeding. This was the first breast pump that I had that was electric. It has a nice little storage thing. You can like hold the bottles on here when you're not using it, which is convenient. You can do one at a time or you can do both. It has this little clamp here that you can close off one of the tubes if you just want to do one breast. This one has a couple different speeds and a couple different strengths as far as suction is concerned. You can connect it to an outlet, or you can actually use a battery pack. It comes with one. It also comes with like a nice like cooler for storing milk and like a little bag to carry it. With this pump, I did find that it didn't create enough suction for me to have a really efficient pumping session. And now this is the last pump that I have tried. This is the Medela double electric pump. So similar to the Evenflo, it is battery powered, or you can plug it into the wall, either one. It looks a little bit like older. It looks like a vintage machine or like some type of contraption. Like it looks real old school. From a design standpoint, the Evenflo double electric pump is definitely better looking, but it is easy to carry around. It's very portable. It's stuck in this little case thing. Is it? Oh no, you can take this out. I've never taken this out of here before. I don't know if you're supposed to. Well, I'm gonna leave it in here because there's a lot of Velcro to deal with. But I just leave it in here, and then when I'm done, I can take the wires out. You just pull them out, disconnect the power, close it up, and then it's just like a little black box. Let me tell you, this thing is very efficient as far as pumping. The suction is better than the Evenflo one, and it also has that two-phase suction where it has that letdown phase that simulates what a baby does to get the milk flowing, and then it has the actual expression phase where once the milk's coming down, you can keep on going. This it has a knob to change the speed of the suction, and it also has a button right here. This actually will allow you to go back to the letdown phase if you haven't started letting down milk. Because this one's a little more powerful than the Evenflo one, it actually burns through a battery a lot quicker. So my suggestion would be to connect this one to a power source on the wall. The one negative I would say about the double electric pump, and this is it just goes for any electric pump, is the noise level. Like if you're looking for something that's quiet that you can use that won't wake up your partner or the baby, this ain't it, chief, because this thing is loud. This thing is louder than the Evenflo double electric pump. I think it's because it's stronger. It's just really loud. So as far as final thoughts, takeaways, I would say my favorite manual pump, hand pump, is definitely the Medela hand pump, hands down. And my favorite electric pump is also the Medela electric pump. I would say overall, best bang for your buck. I would say my overall favorite is definitely the Medela hand pump. It is at the best price point. It is portable, it's quiet, It's easy to use, it's efficient. It has 2 different types of suction modes, and I just think it's a lot easier to use. But I think it's essential to have at least one pump that you can use when you're not breastfeeding. It just makes your life a little bit easier, or a lot of bit easier actually. Whatever one you decide to choose, just know that there are a lot of different options out there, a lot of different price points. Hopefully you guys have found this video helpful. Definitely don't forget to thumbs up, smash that thumbs up button. Don't forget to subscribe for more content, and comment down below if you are a breastfeeding mom, if you're pumping and feeding. Let me know what pumps you guys use, and if you guys have any of these, let me know what you like or dislike about them. And that's it. I will be back soon with another video, so stay tuned.